You're listening to the Beyond the Prophy podcast, where we help you out of career burnout so that you can reclaim your personal freedom while pursuing your passion. I'm your host, Jasmine Haley, entrepreneur, influencer, and educator that will help empower you with our interviews, strategies, and straight talks. If you're ready to push past your comfort zone to your greatness, you have found the right podcast. Stay tuned and listen in. This Beyond the Prophy episode is partly sponsored by Young Dental Innovations. Welcome to the Beyond the Prophy podcast. This is Jasmine Haley, your host, and I am at the Voices of Dentistry podcast here, and our guest is actually the president of Zirc, and Nicolle Campion. I just want to give you a huge welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's fun to be here at the Voices of Dentistry. It's Zirc's first time, my first time attending the meeting, so it's been great to meet some new people and see what happens here.
Yeah, same for me. It's my first time. I remember when they first had it, and I was like, one day, because I had just started my podcast 3 years ago, Mom Janet's first. Then started Beyond the Prophy a year ago. And I was like, one day I'll be able to be here. Maybe they'll accept me, And it's just so surreal that I'm actually here standing with you.
And now here you are with a podcasting table.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Right. Directly across from you with your beautiful colors from Zirc.
Oh, thanks.
Which is so eye-catching. So first, before we really dive in deep to some of the topics that I really know will help empower our listeners, is just tell the listeners who Zirc is, sure, and a little bit about you.
Yeah, would love to. So Zirc, for me, is a family business. My father was the founder. Started it almost 52 years ago, so we've been in the industry a long time. I've been with the company for 19 years. But our business really centers around creating efficiencies in the dental practice. So our goal is we want happy and efficient teams. When you're efficient, it's less stress. Everyone's day goes better. And so we're based in Minnesota. We do all of the manufacturing ourselves, and we do all the product development and engineering ourselves. We have a tool room, so we're very vertically integrated, which is great when I can walk back into the production, see products coming off the machine, our quality control, and it's really great to say that our products are made in the USA and at our own facilities. So we continue to innovate every year. We have products. We have some awesome isolation devices, Crystal HD mirror line that we're really well known for, and then of course organization for instruments and materials.
Yeah, I first of all, I have a few friends from Minnesota. I visited Minnesota, had some cheese curds.
Yeah.
I know you're not known for cheese curds. I had them first in Wisconsin. Some really great beer.
Yeah.
And it was very cold.
Yeah. You got to come in the summer.
Yeah.
Get out on the lake.
So I have heard.
Yeah.
So I love the warmth of my Minnesota friends. And so it's very cool to actually know. I did not know that. I was first introduced to the Zirc mirror.
Yeah.
And I think it was in clinical practice. I've also used it doing like a nonprofit type of work, because they're really easy as far as bringing in more light, seeing more efficiently when things are really not, you don't actually have the adequate lighting that you would have in regular private practice.
Again, less eye strain, less stress. So
yeah, absolutely. Great. So for you, you are heading a company.
Yeah.
And there are many hygienists that listen to this podcast and just wonder, what other possibilities are out there.
Sure.
And for me, I feel like you can create whatever path you desire if you are willing to train yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be through schooling all the time, but really to take yourself out as far as you're out of your comfort zone.
Sure, absolutely.
So just describe, what is a typical day like for you as a president of a dental company?
Yeah. So every day is different, which I love. And I have the opportunity to travel a lot, so I love being out with people like you and people that are using our products, different conferences. And then when I'm in the office, of course, my main focus is really trying to provide leadership to our team. So making sure that they have what they need and really being of service to them and empowering them. A big thing in our company is making sure that each of our employees are happy, they enjoy coming to work, and we have such an amazing team, and we really have a lot of fun in the office. Of course, we have challenges like any other business, but with launching new products every year, we always have new things to focus on, new things to talk about. So, but every day is different, and I love that.
Man, how many employees altogether?
So we're still relatively small. We have about 55 employees, but we sell worldwide. We have a warehouse in Europe for our European distribution, and of course the U.S. is still our biggest market.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so what would you say are some of I would say top 3 skills or qualities of a leader that has to lead such a large group? That's still large. It's way more than what I'm doing as far as my team that I work with.
Yep. So a big thing is, of course, listening, and we hear that a lot, and it really is. There's a lot of truth to that because it's stopping and it's paying attention to what's going on around you because it's the things that people aren't telling us that are important. So it's reading in between the lines, it's picking up on their emotions or behavior, and then asking questions. So first and foremost is the listening piece. For being a leader, I think the other thing is looking at industry trends and really trying to look at what's going on in our marketplace, what's changing, how is care being provided, especially in the hygiene world. That has changed over the years, and it's for the better. We're getting more access to care, but making sure that we're staying relevant and servicing the industry, the dental practices. So looking at industry changes, and then, probably the third thing is the motivation piece, making sure that our team stays motivated and excited and that they feel empowered and that they feel like they're growing. It's personal growth, personal and professional, but we want to make sure people feel like that they are changing and growing, and no matter what position that they have in our company, everyone has a different take and has something really to add because when you're the one doing a particular job day in and day out, you're the one that can see the opportunities for improvement. We want to know what that is. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
As you were talking, I was thinking about, I was listening, which was your first one. I was thinking about eaters. Leaders eat last. I don't know if you've ever read that book from Simon Sinek.
Yes, I love Simon Sinek.
Yes, he's wonderful. The first one that I read was Find Your Why.
Yep.
But this one was very interesting concept because you find that some people think that leadership is just directing people.
Yeah.
And it's really building a culture.
Yeah.
I think one of the hardest things is finding people who also believe in that philosophy. And so one of the key things I hear sometimes from the people that I coach and those who are, initial, I guess maybe the better word is like starter entrepreneurs.
Yep.
It's like, how do you build an effective team? Like, how do you get them to believe in that type of culture that you're creating?
Yeah.
What are some ways that have worked for you?
So in our company, we actually went through a process a couple years ago where we really decided to define what our core focus is in our business and what our core values were. And we have lived true to that. And there's, some people that needed to go that they just didn't hold those core values. And then it allowed the people that are there, that want to be there and hold those values. So our core focus, I'd mentioned it earlier, is it's our passion, is creating happy and efficient dental teams. And so if we stay focused on that and we continually ask ourselves, what are we doing this? Does this product support that? Does this behavior support that? Then we ultimately are making the right decisions.
I love that. I love it. One of the things that I have my coaching clients do is create their own mission and vision. I feel like if you don't have a clear idea of who you are and what you represent, then you're going to be reactive, like reacting with every challenge that comes your way, good things, bad things, instead of really being in a position where you maintain your integrity and what's most important to you. And having a clear view of that will also lead you or assist with attracting the right people
I agree.
in your tribe.
And for anyone that wants to expand their career and try something new, the place to start is with self-discovery first.
Yes.
You have to listen to yourself and really, what is it that drives you? What is it that you want to do? What do you want to explore, within your profession? And for some people, it's the teaching. And, there's a whole path you can go down with education and teaching and helping others, be their best. For other people, they want to get more into the product side and inventing. You know, that's how we have had some of our greatest product inventions is from people that work in that clinical practice. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Man. I'm going to just say amen. You are, here's the thing, like, there's so many, you're speaking my language, first of all, because there's so many people that hop from practice to practice, from job to job, hello, I've been there, and just still felt miserable.
Yep.
They think that, once I know the right person, once I've networked, once I put my, I make my business page up or something, whatever it may be, that it's all going to be successful. But the first step is finding out who you are.
Right.
You've got to understand that. And when you don't understand that, you're going to still be miserable.
Right.
Well, and it's going to follow you.
Yeah, and for some people who are hygienists, it's maybe not even taking a different career path, but it's finding the right practice.
Yeah.
That's the right fit for you and what your values are and what you're looking to do. Because it's important to feel good where you are and be part of the right team and work with the right leader.
Yeah.
And their vision for providing care and how you work with patients and absolutely. So, okay, so I have a great question for you now. Yeah.
Another one. When someone is interested, like, where do they even start if they're interested in making products for companies like yourself?
Yes. So, a big thing is I really encourage, I think trade shows, are a great place if you can attend, especially one of the bigger ones, one of the more national ones, and walk around to some of the booths and start having conversations with the people that are there. The people that are at the booths, and depending upon the size of company, it's, going to be your sales and marketing people, product managers, and, handing out your card. Telling them how you could help them or input or how you would love to be able to do product evaluations for them. Especially manufacturers are always looking for that, and they're always looking to get feedback on their products, their marketing. And so that's one great way that someone could put themselves out there.
Yes. One of the things that I think is really important, too, and I like the fact that you said how they can help them. Because some people have the misconception is once they come up and they meet someone that they possibly want to collaborate and grow with, they'll say, oh, hey, I'm so-and-so.
Yeah.
And they don't really say, well, this is a value I can bring to you and assist you.
Yes.
Can we start that conversation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, this is the beginning of branding yourself, right? So who are you? And again, we're starting first with self-discovery. But who are you, and what drives you, and how can you be of service to others, and whatever that is, and making sure that your business card reflects that, what you say about yourself, because branding's a big thing,
Yeah. So do you have any things as far as things that you would say not to do?
I think the biggest thing, and it's more what to do, it's to be genuine. So it's be yourself. It can be intimidating depending upon who you're talking to, but it's just you don't need to be any more than yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
so it's just being genuine. We all have flaws.
Yep.
We don't have to hide them.
Yep.
We can talk about them. And that's how we learn. And that's how other people even learn, is by sharing, hey, I did this and it was a big mistake.
Yeah.
And help someone to not go down that path. I tried that, and this is what it was for me. So it's being genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, when I saw your card and I saw that you were the president of Zirc, I was like, yes, she's fabulous. She's a female, girl power.
Yeah. I know.
So it was very excited to see that, because often when I'm going around to like different conferences, normally the head managers tend to be men.
Yeah, it's still...
although dental hygiene specifically is female governed,
Yep.
So it's very awesome to see that you're running a company and you're the face of it, essentially, and so that's very wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah.
So before we end, and when we started this conversation, first of all, I didn't even know that this was even a possibility.
Yeah.
But they have created, along with ADEC, am I pronouncing that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Be Boundless, Women Empowering Women. And this is its inaugural event, and it's for all women leaders in dental industry, not just dental hygienists.
Right.
We're talking about anyone that values personal development, empowerment, and looking to understand the possibilities.
Yes.
that are not just in the profession, but the importance of really building yourself up as well.
It is. And this is a great opportunity for networking.
Yeah.
Based on even just the attendees that I know that have already registered, we've got some great women leaders that are signed up. We're looking to get all sides of dentistry because we all have a different viewpoint. We all have lived something different, and to really be able to share, network. And then we've got, of course, some great speakers and some big takeaways and some self-assessments we're going to do too.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
There's some wellness and workplace balance. We all need that.
Yeah.
And you remind me a little bit. I don't know if you've ever heard of Dental Entrepreneur Woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Ann Duffy.
Yes.
I love her. I've never met her in person.
I haven't either, but yes, I am very familiar.
I love her energy and just what she's doing there.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners how they can find out more about your company.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. So Zirc, we have our website, so Zirc.com. With the Be Boundless conference, we also have a website for that, and it's alwaysbeboundless.com. Mm-hmm. So there's information on the events and registration. Mm-hmm. But then otherwise, we would love to hear. We of course love the hygienists, and we recently launched one of our products, Pink Petal, and a hygienist in Iowa developed it.
Yay!
And she was same thing, she just had identified a problem, and it was with suction. Mm-hmm. And not having enough hands, mm-hmm. and kind of created a makeshift product herself. Mm-hmm. Started reaching out to multiple companies. We were one of them, and thought, this sounds great. Sounds interesting. Send me a prototype, or let's talk. And we did, and we developed Pink Petal. And she is having so much fun. So she's a perfect example. She's doing some education now. She's doing some speaking events. She's done some traveling for us.
I love that.
Yes, and her excitement has been so refreshing and so great for her to develop something and then see it come to life and it being marketed, and for her to really hear how this is making a difference in other people's lives that are using it.
As soon as I saw it, it made me think about placing sealants and using the suction. I always use the suction to retract.
Yes.
There's times that it may be irritating to the patient. Well, this protects the bulk of mucosa. So it's very exciting for me to hear that a dental hygienist created it. Yeah. And it reminds me of a keynote speaker I heard once at Under One Roof that encouraged us to make an ask of ourselves, and so that's what she did. She asked.
She did.
And she took the time to collaborate.
Yep, and she actually spoke at RDH Under One Roof
about
Pink Petal last summer.
Oh, wow.
So she was so nervous.
You mean in this August 2018?
Yes, she was there, and she presented on it up on stage, and it was the first time ever doing a presentation and having a PowerPoint, and she was and she did great. She did awesome.
Man.
And for her, that was... when we do something new, it's scary, but she did it, and she did a fantastic job, and she felt so good afterwards. We had so many people come into the booth to get samples of Pink Petal, and she got to demonstrate it and talk about it. So.
Please shout her out. Give her, tell us her name.
Karrie Velky.
Karrie Velky.
Karrie Velky.
Hey, Karrie.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I missed her. So that RDH Under One Roof, I received the Award of Distinction.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Thank you. So that one was hard for me to kind of get around. And what was so crazy is that I received that award, and I also had my own booth for Beyond the Prophy. And so I had to call my friends, please beg them, because there was no way I could be there at all. I was gone, so I didn't even get a chance to go to the classes like I used to. But hopefully, Karrie, I get a chance to meet you.
Yeah, she'll be at RDH again this year.
I won't be there this year.
Okay.
But I will one day. Yeah. One day we'll get a chance to get her on the podcast. Yeah. We'll love that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Nicolle.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for being on the show and taking time with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for tuning in to the show. We value each and every one of you. Dive in deeper by visiting the show notes for this episode or listening to more episodes on beyondtheprophy.com. If you found value in the show, share with a friend and leave us a review. We will see you next time, BTP family.